Actors don't want to do voice exercises because they're boring, because they take up a bit of time, and because they think they don't need them. Ha ha. Well, they're wrong about it taking up some time, and we need to say the consonants at the ends of words, otherwise people will watch you on television with subtitles on. They won't be watching your faces at all. So this exercise helps those consonants, and all it is just remembering the consonants of the alphabet. So it's very easy to remember the exercise, and it's just going through the first 5 consonants, B, C, D, F, G. So if we do them in groups of 3, it's ba 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 ka ka da 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 fa 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 ga ga ga. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 fa 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 ga ga ga. And the idea is not to do them fast, yet, but to be able to do them well first, and gradually to be able to do them fast. So we need to say them clearly. So when I wave my hand at the camera, if you would please try and do them with me, if that's possible, while I'm talking at the same time, please. So here it is, just in groups, those consonants in groups of 3, starting with B. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 fa 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 ga ga ga. Again, please. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 fa 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 ga ga ga. And now the next 5 consonants, cutting out K because it's the same as C, so it's H, J, L, M, N. It's in two groups of 3, so it's ha 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 ma 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 na na na. Here we go. Ha 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 ma 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 na 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 pa 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 ra 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 ra. Now that pa 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 pa, I'm doing a bit of a sort of, it would explode in front of a microphone if I were doing a voiceover a bit. Pa 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 pa. Try and make it a good sound. We don't want to be proud about the way we look, but there's nothing wrong in being pleased with achieving the right number of press-ups and as good a P sound as possible. Ma 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 na 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 pa pa pa. So let's just do that again. So it's from H, the next 5 consonants in 2 groups of 3. Ha 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 ha, ja 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 ja, ka 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 ka, la 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 la, ma 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 ma, na 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 na. Here we go. Pa 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 pa, ra 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 ra, sa 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 sa, ta 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 ta, va 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 va. Now you can do this exercise anywhere. This is the point. Anywhere. You can do it walking down the street. You can do it on a bus if you've got a mask on. No one will know you're not talking on the phone. You can do it in the elevator. You can do it in the shower. It doesn't take up any time at all. It's something you can quite often do for a few seconds. When you see the ID at the back of cars and it starts off with the letters D and G, and you know that D and G are difficult to do together, then you just quietly say to yourself, da 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 ga ga ga, da 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 ga ga ga, da 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 ga ga ga, da 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 ga ga ga. And if you see a notice on a window that says closed today, not clothed today, closed today, d-t. You know, D and T are easy to confuse. So it's da-da-da-ta-ta-ta, 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 da-da-da-ta-ta-ta. Try that, please. Da-da-da-ta-ta-ta. Okay, so it really can be done anywhere, and the idea is to try to get into a habit of doing this. So let's just do them in groups of 3 with the R sound at the end of all of them. So it will be ba 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 ba. That's 3 groups of 3. Ba 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 ba. And we'll go through a few of the consonants together. If you can do that, please, while I'm doing it. Just to get into the habit of knowing what the exercise is about, having your own version of doing a few of these groups together, and often, just when you're walking around your apartment cleaning up. You could do it cleaning the floor, you could do it anywhere. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 fa 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 ka 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 ha ha. Ja 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 ka 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 la 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 ma 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 na 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 pa 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 ra 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 sa 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 ta 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 va 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 wa ya ya ya. Get those lips and tongue things moving. So now we're doing these 3 groups of 3 followed by R. So starting off with ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ka 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 ka. Da 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 da. Fa 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 fa. Ga 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 ga. That g sounds a bit like the k. G g g g g g g g g g g g g. We want it to be heard, but we don't want it to be mixed up with some spit. G g g g g g g g g ga. Ha 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 ha. Ja 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 ja. La 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 la. Ma 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 ma. And this also, of course, as you just saw, connects up with breathing. Being able to do long sentences on one breath, if you need to, if you feel like it, so that you, when you get worked up in a scene, you don't run out of breath. So just do the exercise for a few seconds now, before I move on to exercise 3, which is to make the sound of your voice more smooth, more open. Imagine what it's like working with Ben Kingsley or Marilyn Monroe. You may laugh when I mention Marilyn Monroe, but their voices were so open, so smooth. To hear their voice around you all day, it must have been wonderful. So, we'll get on to the vowel sounds in a few seconds, which takes 5 minutes, but this exercise only takes 20 seconds when you're walking down the street. So just do it in groups of 3 now. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 fa fa fa. Off you go. Ga 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 ga. Ha 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 ha. Ja 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 ja. La 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 la. Ma 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 ma. Na 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 na. Pa 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 pa. Ra 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 ra. Sa 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 sa. Do that again. Sa 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 sa. Sa 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 sa. So it's not s s s s. We don't need to linger on the sound. It's easy to hear if we say it at all. Sa 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 sa. Sa 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 sa. Da 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 da. Va 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 va. Whoa 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 whoa. Yeah 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 yeah. Z z z z z z z. Thank you for watching. Moving on to exercise 3 now.